Bali Maharaja surrenders his life. And here, just yesterday, Vasumati Mahaprabhu was reading two verses where they were not yet told by the Lord. By whom they were told? Lord Brahma. He was defending Bali Maharaja. He was trying to give arguments why Lord Vamanadev should free Bali Maharaja, release him. He said that Bali Maharaja had already offered everything to Lord, and without hesitation he has offered his land, the planets, the whatever else he earned by his pious activities, including even his own body. And so he was wondering how he can deserve to suffer from this arrest. Now Lord Krishna, Lord Vamanadev, is going to reply. So we will read Sanskrit. How do? We read the whole thing 3 times or one by one 3 times? I always forget.
3 times the whole verse.
And then you repeat, yeah? So there is no line by line.
Yes, you do line by line and you repeat.
Okay. Shri Bhagavan Vacha.
Shri Bhagavan Vacha.
Brahma Yam Anugrihnati. And now I repeat the same.
You are reading 24,
yeah?
Yeah.
24.
Yeah. And now you continue, so the next line, you will do like this 3 times. Je sais pas ce qui se passe, je ne sais pas.
Ok,
c'est 24.
24.
8, 22, 24.
Avec ça?
Non. Il n'y a pas de
8,
signal.
22, 24.
Oui.
Да. 8, 22, 24. Maybe it was not well turned off.
Non, mais il était débranché.
Ok. Сейчас у нас технологии. We now have technologies. We have a guest today. Oh là là. I think everyone already kind of found it. But, yes? Haribo! Wow. We will start again?
Yes.
Shri Bhagavan Vacha.
Shri Bhagavan Vacha.
Brahman Yam Anugrihnami.
Brahman Yam Anugrihnami.
Tadvisho Vidhunomyaham.
Tadvisho Vidhunomyaham.
Yanmada Purushastabdo.
Yanmada Purushastabdo.
Lokam Mam Chavamanyate.
Lokam Mam Chavamanyate.
Shri Bhagavan Vacha.
Shri Bhagavan Vacha.
Brahman Yam Anugrihnami.
Brahman Yam Anugrihnami.
Tadvisho Vidhunomyaham.
Tadvisho Vidhunomyaham.
Yanmada Purushastabdo.
Yanmada Purushastabdo.
Lokam Mam Chavamanyate.
Lokam Mam Chavamanyate.
Shri Bhagavan Vacha.
Shri Bhagavan Vacha.
Brahman Yam Anugrihnami.
Brahman Yam Anugrihnami.
Tadvisho Vidhunomyaham.
Tadvisho Vidhunomyaham.
Yanmada Purushastabdo.
Yanmada Purushastabdo.
Lokam Mam Chavamanyate.
Lokam Mam Chavamanyate. Shri Bhagavan Vacha.
Shri Bhagavan Vacha.
Brahmanyam anugrinami.
Brahmanyam anugrinami.
Tadvisho vidunomyaham.
Tadvisho vidunomyaham.
Yanmada purusha stabdo.
Yanmada purusha stabdo.
Lokamam chavamanyate.
Lokamam charamanyate.
Shri Bhagavan Uvacha
Shri Bhagavan Uvacha.
Brahmanyam Anugranami
Brahmanyam anugrinami.
Tadvisho Vidunomyaham
Tadvisho vidunomyaham.
Yanmada Purusha Stapto
Yanmada purusha stabdo.
Lokamam Javamanyate
Lokamam charamanyate.
Shri Bhagavan Uvacha
Shri Bhagavan Uvacha.
Brahmanyam anugrinami
Brahmanyam anugrinami.
Tadvisho vidunomi aham
Tadvisho vidunomyaham.
Yanmada purusha stabyo
Yanmada purusha stabdo.
Lokamam chanamyati
Lokamam chavamanyate.
Расселина Гуряраните.
Shri Bhagavan Uvacha
Shri Bhagavan Uvacha.
Brahmanyam Anugrinami
Brahmanyam anugrinami.
Tadvisho Vidunomyaham
Tadvisho vidunomyaham.
Yamada Purusha Stapho
Yanmada purusha stabdo.
Lokamam Chavamam Yate
Lokamam chavamanyate.
Shri Bhagavan Uvacha
Shri Bhagavan Uvacha. Brahmanyam anugrinami. Tadvisho vidunomyaham. Yanmada purusha stabdo. Lokamam chavamanyate.
Shri Bhagavan Uvacha.
Shri Bhagavan Uvacha.
The Supreme Personality of Godhead said,
The Supreme Personality of Godhead said,
Brahma,
Brahman,
O Lord Brahma,
O Lord Brahma,
Yam,
Yam,
unto anyone to whom
unto anyone to whom
Anugrihnami,
anugrinami,
I show my mercy,
I show my mercy.
Tat,
Tat,
his,
his,
Visha,
Visha,
material opulence or riches,
material opulence or riches.
Vidunomi,
Vidunomi,
take away,
take away.
Aham,
Aham, I,
Yatmadaha,
Yatmada,
having false prestige due to this money.
having false prestige due to this money.
Purusha,
Purusha,
such a person, Stabda,
Stabha,
being dull-minded,
being dull-minded.
Lokam,
Lokam,
the three worlds,
the three worlds.
Mam cha,
Mam cha,
unto me also,
unto me also.
Avamanyate,
Avamanyate, derives.
Translation. The Supreme Personality of Godhead said, My dear Lord Brahma, because of material opulence, a foolish person becomes dull-witted and mad. Thus he has no respect for anyone within the three worlds and defies even my authority. To such a person I show special favor by first taking away all his possessions. Purport by His Divine Grace, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai. A civilization that has become godless because of material advancement in opulence is extremely dangerous. Because of great opulence, a materialist becomes so proud that he has no regard for anyone and even refuses to accept the authority of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. The result of such a mentality is certainly very dangerous. To show special favor, the Lord sometimes makes an example of someone like Bali Maharaja, who was now bereft of all his possessions. So, Om Magyanatimirandasya Gyananjana Shalakaya Chakshurumyutam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Shri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Sthapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamaya Dadati Svapadantikam Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Padakamalam Shri Guru Vaishnavanscha Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagana Raghunatham Vitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadutam Parijana Saitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padam Sahagana Lalita Shri Vishakam Vitamscha Hare Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dina Bandhu Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namostute Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrishabhanu Sute Devi Pranamami Hari Priye Vanchakalpatarubhyascha Kripa Sindhubhya Evacha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha. Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shri Vasudhi Gaura Bhakta Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Namo Shripadaya Krishna Prishta Bhutale Srimati Bhaktivedanta Swami Niti Namine Namaste Saraswati Devi Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Deshatari. Good. We have half an hour. So in the remaining half an hour, we can maybe all together reflect, because Srimad Bhagavatam is a great Amala Purana, and with as we read it further and further, we have an opportunity to start deepening our faith that might be in the beginning a little bit sense-based or culture-based or like kind of mixed with different guna karmas. Mixed in the beginning, it's like not very established yet, and so reading such a scripture like Srimad Bhagavatam helps us to deepen the faith and to shift it from this not very mature Laukika Shraddha to Shastriya Shraddha, to the faith that is based on the Shastras. And there are a lot of advantages which we will gain if our faith develops and becomes like really based on Shastra. Jai Shri Shrita Sachi Sutra Ki Jai. Jai Shri Shri Radha Parisisvara Ki Jai. Jai Shri Shri Jagannath Sadharam Ki Jai. So yes, and one of the great benefits of having Shastriya Shraddha is that we already, when we look on the world around us, we perceive things as they are, as Shastras say, without much concocting, without our value system. Our value system will eventually has to be based on Shastra, of course, which is usually given by enlightened personalities like Guru. And so here, the words of Supreme Personality of Godhead, it's this jewel that we can encounter. Obviously, there are other shastras that us Gaudiya Vaishnavas follow. One being very prominent and very, let's say, very big foundation is Bhagavad Gita, as it shows really another system of coordinates according to which we can live our life. Now, Srimad Bhagavatam is even more. It gives already certain, let's say, in a fuller extent with more details. It can give more of a different relationship with the Supreme Personality of Godhead. We call them rasas. Yeah. And here, the Supreme Personality of Godhead says that material opulence is not that innocent thing. It can be dangerous, especially for people who do not have strong spiritual intellect. Like the one that you can receive only by rendering worship to the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Maybe there is such an intellect, very strong spiritual one, we can receive only by rendering worship to the Supreme Personality of Godhead, yes. And you might even remember the verse, Yashomati Nandana, because you just recently said it. Can you repeat the verse from Bhagavad Gita about the Dami Bhakti Yoga? Oh, another one. Yes, okay. So by common effort, we remember that the Krishna promises to give the Bhakti Yoga, or special type of intellect, which allows not to be entangled, but actually to be untangled. And to come to him, which is not that evident. So, and if we don't have this spiritual intellect, if especially we have any of the opulences, it takes our, we become a victim. It takes our intellect away. Like, if we have opulence of material opulence, they can be six. It can be beauty, it can be wealth, it can be fame, it can be power. What else we have? Yes, power, force, exactly. Yeah, it can renouncement and knowledge. Yeah, even knowledge, being the purest of all. Renouncement is the same. There is no knowledge. Yeah. And knowledge is there or no? Yeah. Okay. So even knowledge can be the reason of being proud. Huh? If it's not received from the right source, it can be the reason why a person is entangled here. Yeah, but here it is speaking about more gross material opulence. Even though they all somehow come together, it's not like we can really take only that or only that. Because, for example, if a person can be beautiful, but there is not enough, he didn't gain from previous life enough of fame, and so he can be totally beautiful and not famous and depressed. That can be possible. There are mixtures of different opulences. But eventually all mankind, Manushya, they struggle for fame. That's the most desirable opulence, let's say, and hardest to deal with. And yes. So, but Krishna says that such a person, when he becomes dull, and he already have no authority. That's another problem. In three worlds, we have the biggest authority here, Brahmaji, because he created this, his secondary creator, and he's like really in our founder of our also Sampradaya. But if a person is blinded, he does not see him as authority, and he might see him as a source of some benediction, and then it's a business, like Hiranyakashipu did. Like he said, I want benediction, you know, and he actually forced Brahma to give benediction, but he didn't address Brahma like respectfully, like a well-wisher, like Narada Muni would address him, because Narada Muni is a devotee, so he is a son of Lord Brahma, and he addresses him with respect, and Brahma naturally wants to help and to reply everything Narada Muni asks. But Hiranyakashipu, he was more like, let's bargain, let's have business. I will do by my effort, and then I will make him give me benediction. That's usually not very auspicious way to get things. Yes. But Lord Krishna here says that no authority, and not even Lord Krishna, like Lord Vishnu. Such a person is so crazy, he already doesn't have even Lord Vishnu as authority, you know. Because demons can be still not totally crazy in a way. Like, for example, Shukracharya, for example, even though he was upset with Lord Vishnu for the incident with his mother, he was a counselor for demons. But even him, later on, when he will be asked, he will say that actually Bali Maharaj did not listen to me, but finally he did right, because the idea of listening to Guru is to attain you, Lord Vishnu. So he accepts authority, Shukracharya, but he is upset with Vishnu, so he is canceling the demons. But other than that, there are situations when people don't even accept any authority anymore. They are so crazy. Kali Yuga is full of such examples. We have these examples everywhere. Maybe it's not very auspicious to go in detail in them, but everywhere, everywhere you put your glance, you will see it's in politics. It's they think that they are actually deciding, they are ruling, so they can share, they can take country, they can fight. There is no common one authority. And so Srila Prabhupada explains that because of this material advancement, Maya punishes these people, because the biggest punishment is that they become crazy. They, not in a sense that they go to hospital for crazy people, but they behave in such a way that they bring a lot of trouble to them and to those who follow them. And they just don't imagine how, to which extent there are so many sinful reactions, and how bad are the consequences. And just not knowing this, it's already a punishment. Sometimes even devotees who begin sadhana, they might in the beginning like ask, but if there is this karma, and if I suffer from previous life, I did something bad, why I don't remember? Like this I can know at least for what it is, and like this I can understand and accept it easier. but that's because there is a lack of faith in the perfect construction of this universe. There is no failure here. And if we receive something like not very positive, but let's say some difficulty, that's already diminished by a lot, by Lord. It's already less, because looking at where we come from, we definitely done a lot of not good things before, and already a lot of them are annihilated, but still a little bit remains for the therapeutical reasons.
For
Therapeutical reasons, so that there is something to work with. And so here, yes, Srila Prabhupada says that the example of Bali Maharaja, it is to show to others, to us, because Bali Maharaja is a devotee. So Krishna usually shows on the cases of devotees. That this, what he did, Lord Vamana, it's a favor. It's not something to be sad about, you know. It's actually good, because it's sobering, you know, from being crazy. Because this material opulence can impact even great souls. What to speak of normal, ordinary, conditioned souls. And that's the way the Lord takes care of us, let's say. And if something happens to us like that, maybe it's better. I remember one time my spiritual master said a story that he knew one, maybe it was not his disciple, maybe it was just a devotee. I'm not sure of that detail, but he said there was this Mataji who had a big opulence, material opulence, like in real estate, a lot of money, and what she thought could be nice is to buy diamonds. She bought diamonds, a lot, the bag of diamonds. And I don't know why, but maybe she bought it, she had it with her, and she was in India. And she was in taxi, and then she left the taxi without this bag. So she forgot all her diamonds in a taxi car. And then she was not even upset. Then she was sharing with my spiritual master that it was feeling like shocking maybe, but relief. And that she was kind of sure that Krishna will take care, and that's according to his will. Now that's great when we can approach situation like that without heart attack, you know. Because that means Krishna usually doesn't send something to those who cannot bear it yet. Yeah. Like that, and maybe to conclude, yeah, we said that opulence can be dangerous if you don't have the spiritual mind. Yes, and maybe last thing is that after this, Bali Maharaj lost everything, but then because he realized things and because he's a devotee, Krishna gave him back opulence. He gave him to rule the whole planet, and he even remained there to help him. That's the beauty of it. And then at this point, for devotee, it doesn't matter anymore the opulence. This he can do as a duty, no problem. But what matters is that it was given by Krishna, and that there is a relationship with Krishna now. it's much more valuable than obtaining opulence by oneself, by your own austerities or suspicious acts. When Krishna gives, it gives joy, it doesn't entangle anymore. So we have to, in difficult times, to try to remember that Lord is always acting as a best wisher, best benefactor. Yeah, we can maybe try to brainstorm and think of some other examples when, when it was first, for example, some material condition, but when the person is purified, then Lord is given him to rule, no problem, to govern, to possess, because it's no longer dangerous. It's like the snake who has no longer teeth which are poisonous. We can kind of think of examples from Shastra or from our Acharya's lifetime. We have good examples when the opulence did not at all become like dangerous anymore. Rasalila Mataji already knows. So how do we do? Because there is no mic, right? Like little mic that we usually transfer. Hi, I can repeat. That's what you propose? Okay, I will repeat. Vidyanit Pundariki Vidyanitha, yes.
Dans les divertissements du Seigneur Chaitanya.
In the lila of the Lord Chaitanya, when he had a lot of opulence.
Mais c'était un pur dévot.
But when
c'était l'incarnation le père de Shrimati.
It was a partial, incarnation of Vrishabhanu, king of the father of Srimati Radharani, and so it's a very great story with Pundariki Vidyanidhi. Rasalila is just reminding wonderful story how Gadadhar Pandit first was impressed, or he was confused. Yes. When he came to this house, he was Gadadhar Pandit thought that he was a materialistic person. Because it was very opulent, the house.
Je me rappelle plus le nom qui accompagnait Gadadhar Pandit quand il a chanté un verset. Oui. Il a chanté un verset de Srimad Bhagavatam, il est tombé en extase, il a commencé tout casser, rouler dans les, arracher les rideaux, casser les vases, on est parti.
And as Mukunda Prabhu, who was accompanying Gadadhar, saw this in the eyes of Gadadhar, that he might commit an offense, Mukunda immediately pronounced the verse from Srimad Bhagavatam, from which says, whom else should I worship if not the person who liberated Putana, famous verse, who made her mother, and here Pundariki Vidyanidhi, he started to immediately to be in ecstasy. He was breaking all the opulent entourage, the vases, the curtains. He was pulling down, he was rolling, and he was totally exhibiting the ecstasy, different symptoms.
And Sanatana Goswami, Rupa Goswami était très riche, et c'est eux-mêmes qui ont abandonné leur poste, leur richesse pour rejoindre Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Ça ne les a pas attachés au Maya, leur richesse.
So another example by Rasalila Mataji is two brothers, Rupa and Sanatana Goswami, who were being at the service of the Shah. They were very rich because they received very high subsidy from the government, and they had a lot of money. But when the time came, they abandoned everything and went where Lord Chaitanya was, just to see Lord Chaitanya.
Et le dernier exemple, si ma mémoire est bonne, Prabhupada, il est très bien, il gagnait bien sa vie. Et c'est Krishna qui a pris son business, et une personne matérialistique, il serait très triste, même en dépression parce qu'il a perdu sa richesse, mais Prabhupada est un pur dévot, il s'est abandonné totalement à Krishna.
And the last example by Rasavil Mataji is Srila Prabhupada himself, who, even though he had a normal business, everything was very decent and fine. But then Krishna took away all his business and all the family, like everything he took away, so that he can later on continue the mission in a much more big scale. He went to the West. Hare Krishna. Okay.
You can also think of Dhruva Maharaj. At the beginning, he didn't have much of a place, but he was looking for it. And after following Radha Muni's instructions to get this wealth and to gain legitimacy for being on the lap of his father, then
Childhood traumas.
he got far more than what he could expect by getting the darshan of the Lord. And when he get the darshan of the Lord, he just understand that all this material opulence is not like is peanuts compared to the darshan of the Lord, and he engage in the devotional service. But still, the Lord fulfills his previous desire, material desire that he had at the beginning, and will grant him a very opulent planet to govern. Because, as you say now, there is less danger to not use it properly.
Now, yes, thank you. Jyotrani brought example of Dhruva Maharaj, who is the example of striving for artha in Srimad Bhagavatam, apparent one, or for material opulence, the kingdom bigger than the Brahma. And yeah, in the beginning he wanted it, but then when he saw and he had darshan with the Lord, he did compare all these things that he wanted as a broken glass in comparing with the jewel of the Lord, and then he did rule the whole planet, which is what, polar star, and he but already with no danger of liking it or being faith, like how you call it, power drunk. Like that. No problem already immune system by the darshan. Yes, okay. So someone else wants to share something? Okay, so dear devotees, thank you very much that we read together, we remembered together, we heard about the Lord, and I'm happy that we didn't get into much of the description of the craziness of the material contemporary Kali Yuga, and we try to just to continue our services and to try to always pray to the Lord that He only gives as much as needed to serve Him. That if it's more, we don't need more than our qualification is to engage in His service. Otherwise, it can be like dangerous.
I have a question.
Okay, question time, yeah.
Today is the disappearance of Murari Gupta because we're talking about Gauranga. Do you have any remembrance
That's why they are in white.
We understand why you came now. And yeah, there is this pastime or this tradition to offer this sweet rice under the moonlight on the night, and we're just trying to understand, what is the pastime around, or if you have any sort of Murari Gupta.
Yes, I don't know much about Murari Gupta, but maybe someone present knows.
Je me rappelle juste une histoire que, comme il était le dévot de Seigneur Ramachandra, l'incarnation, manifestation de Hanuman,
Okay.
et une fois il s'est approché à Seigneur Chaitanya, il a dit je t'aime tellement, je t'adore, mais mon cœur et je me suis abandonnée à Seigneur Ramachandra et je me sens un petit peu coupable dans ce cas-là, prendre ma vie parce que je ne peux pas 100% s'abandonner à Krishna, mais plutôt à Ramachandra. Et il a dit oui, c'est normal parce que tu es l'incarnation de Hanuman, Seigneur Chaitanya. Il a accepté.
Okay, so Murari Gupta is actually a certain partial incarnation of Hanuman from the Rama Lila, and so even though he tried his best to surrender to Lord Krishna, because Lord Chaitanya was propagating surrendering to Lord Krishna, Murari Gupta approached certain moment Lord Chaitanya and said, I tried my best, but my heart belongs to Lord Rama, and now you better maybe take my life, because otherwise it's like I cannot follow your instruction. Neither I can change to Lord Krishna. So I'm in a very desperate situation. And Lord Chaitanya said, that's normal because you are Hanuman and you cannot, abandon your, relationship with Lord Ram, and that's okay. So yes, eternal relationship with the Lord continues. And as for today's Rasa dance, yes, I do not know much, and I do not know much about tradition that we put sweet rice or just rice or what? Sweet rice. We put at night we put out. Okay, in the as prasad or as bhoga.
I guess it's like part of the preparation.
So it needs to take the moon energy. Maybe there is some lila around it in Krishna lila, but we know that Srimati Radharani likes kheer, right? So maybe it's for the dance. I don't know.
Does anyone know about this?
It could be connected to the Mahaprabhu and to Gopinath. We'll make some researches on the street rice for sure.
We will make research. Yashwamati Nandana promised we'll make research. And we can also just notice that today is the first day, we celebrate the first day of Kartik month, of the month of Damodar. Normally, I just heard yesterday the letter of Srila Prabhupada, which I don't, to Jayapataka Swami, back in the day Jayapataka Prabhu, and it was, I would not know where to find it now, but in general, Srila Prabhupada was explaining to Jayapataka Prabhu that month of Kartika is very merciful, and that it is especially very merciful to those who have no connection with devotional service, and it's the way for them to do at least a little bit something so that it brings them a very great benefit. But he eventually brings the letter towards the idea that for the devotees who are already pure, every month is Kartika. For pure devotees, there is always service. It's anukulena. It's without any interaction. It's pure. So for them, Kartika is all the time. But for those who begin, or for those who have no knowledge of Bhakti Yoga, it's a great opportunity to offer something like a light. It doesn't cost much, and Krishna is really pleased very easily, and Srimati Radharani especially. It's the deity of governing deity of the month is Srimati Radharani, and therefore very mercy. If we don't use, they say like this: if you don't take advantage of this month, it's like throwing away the big present, like the big jewelry, because because even small thing, what you can, it's magnified, and so it's even offensive not to do something. And there are many things that Lord Brahma says to Narada Muni what can be done, but usually in our movement tradition is to sing Sri Damodar Ashtaka and and offer little gilam to the Lord Damodar with Mother Yashoda. And it's very sweet month, very warm feelings. And then, yes, devotees can take vows of chanting more rounds or worshiping Tulsi Devi, or reading every day at least one shloka from Srimad Bhagavatam, Srimad Bhagavad Gita. This is all is counting as well. Yes. For those who can serve the Lord 24/7 with no interruption and pure devotional service, there is not much difference on this month. They just continue. Yeah. And we should all, of course, have this as our goal, prime goal. One day to serve with no interruption. And, okay. Granta Srimad Bhagavatam ki jai, Srila Prabhupada ki jai,
Vasumati Manjari ki jai.
Sachisuta ki jai, Shri Radha Parisisvara ki jai, Shri Jagannath Baladev Subhadra Sudarshan Chakra Nrsingadev Bhagavan ki jai. Haribo.